What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Go Sky, aka Trigger Banking. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit notification bell. If you like to support the channel, my cash app in the description. If you like to follow me on any other platform, everything on the top of the YouTube. That being said, let's get this show on the road. So I probably won't start off with the music on this one, and I might come back after this one and try to do a track or whatever. But this one right here, hold on, damn. So we about to react to Poetic Flacco, and it's a video about Charlamagne. Let's see what's going on.
Today was not a good day for Charlamagne the God, bro. He got exposed badly by damn near everybody, bro. Everybody came out the woodworks to expose Charlamagne the God today, man. The first person that went at Charlamagne the God is no other than Dame Dash, but of course. Now, this beef is not new. These two been beef since their interview. Like, Dame Dash is still holding a grudge on Charlamagne the God, and it's vice versa, right? Because as Dame Dash will tell you, he actually reached out to come back on the Breakfast Club after their interview to promote his new show, and Charlamagne the God shut it down and said he's not doing it at all.
If I've been telling my lawyers, like, I'm like, please, like, yo, bro, I gotta get him, man.
Have they invited you back on?
No, they actually said no. So when OG Stories was coming out, BET told me that Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club said they didn't want to give me a platform to promote the truth. Wow. It's no wow. That's what it does.
When you watch the last Dame Dash Breakfast Club interview, from my perspective, like, it wasn't out of the usual, because whenever Dame Dash go in the Breakfast Club, there's always like this back and forth and it's tit for tat. But they would always have him back. But at recent time, apparently, like, Dame and Charlamagne the God got into it too badly, and the bridge is now burned, right? Like, so like, whatever beef we see from him is like a real beef. Like, they despise and hate each other.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy. Since the Breakfast Club went on Netflix or whatever, and you had to have a subscription to watch the Breakfast Club, I ain't seen it. I ain't got Wi-Fi, but I ain't seen it. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen a goddamn thing. But yeah, it is what it is. But that track, 4 lines.
Right? And it looks like Charlamagne the God hates Dame Dash to where he won't even sit down with him or have him on the Breakfast Club. So Dame would make more accusations during this particular interview where Dame will claim that Charlamagne the God is gay.
Like, I wouldn't say I'm the government, because then you would be apprehensive about giving your data. So you would
You
come
said that
as
nigga gay, bro? Come on.
a heterosexual man, like, you know, but even though you're gay, like, you know, allegedly Charlamagne. Or, you know, like, you know, you would have a big house, and you know, again, and it ain't no disrespect, but it's like, you know, it just seems like there's a lot of programming happening that leans toward having people in compromising positions, pause, and then being gay.
But
But they're not telling everyone they're gay.
Cause all the shit with the booty, I think somebody made a mold of somebody booty or something. It was a lot going on the Breakfast Club. So for him to say that, he ain't wrong, because if you make a mold of my booty and give it to me as a gift, bro, that's not cool, my nigga.
Now you hear Charlamagne lived with Wendy Williams' baby father, allegedly. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Google it. You know, and I hear things, people send it to me, so I see what I hear. I don't know if it's true or not, but he doesn't address it.
You don't live with him now, right?
I don't care when he lived with him, it's gay.
Oh, okay.
You ever lived with another man?
No.
So do you look at that as gay?
Do I look at, if they're roommates? No.
No, not roommates. That's his OG's baby, you know, husband. So they said that they lived with him in Fort Lee, had a little down little crib with him. That's what I heard.
He said he's not roommate shaming, but like, I think that's corny, bro. Like, shaming somebody for living with somebody when they down on their luck, nah, bro. Like, that's not it, bro. Yo, Dame been rich for so long, he's so out of touch. Bro, a lot of people live with people. Like, a lot of people live with other people. because rent in New York and Jersey is super high and you can't afford it on an intern budget. So, the only reward is, hey, we'll give you a place to stay. We can't really pay you nothing because we don't got money, but we'll give you a place to stay, and then you can kind of like hustle your way to whatever income you want to hustle your way to, right? Like there's nothing wrong with that, like at all. Like, bro, anybody having a problem with that? Like, you just, bro, like, nah, like we can't get down with that, bro. Now they would go ahead and it's an allegation we've been hearing a lot lately. More specific, Charlamagne the God is being paid by Jay-Z, or he's attracted to Jay-Z, because the way Charlamagne the God comes to Jay-Z defense is not normal. And he'll also point to specific examples of how Charlamagne the God attacked him on behalf of Jay-Z when him and Charlamagne the God had no issues.
No debt. But iHeart has debt. Your boss Charlamagne has debt. Address that. And address why you have not said anything about the Don Farrakhan's birthday and you was there. Are you allowed to talk about it? But you want to talk about everything that doesn't matter. Why does you're a dumbass. It's not even allegedly. You were a gossip columnist. You're stupid. You talk about other people's business. You've been known to let people kiss at your ass and go back. You've been known, allegedly, to rape girls and settle. You got that on your jacket. Why would anybody give you a job? Why should anybody believe you? You're a liar, allegedly. Your credibility, you're fake news.
Damn.
Actually, you're gay news.
Damn.
But you're not, but you're pretending that you're not gay. He's not fake news. He's gay news.
Dang.
Allegedly.
Where did the beef between you and Charlamagne
I don't want you to say beef when you talk about
It's crazy. It's gay news. Like, what?
Well, Charlamagne. Don't do that.
Okay, where did the conflict between
When he
you guys
started to
actually start?
wear Jay-Z's ball sack paws on his chest every time I'm around and try to incriminate me and say bad things. I don't have to know somebody to have a problem with him. He's a gossip columnist.
I think at this point, Charlamagne the God got to kind of take a step back, and he can no longer see like the Jay-Z compromise allegations as dissing, because literally everybody is saying the same thing. Like, at some point, you got to take a step back and say, okay, maybe them saying this is not them dissing, or maybe is not an insult. Maybe I got to do something differently, because
if Jay-Z is your man's and you and Jay-Z got a relationship together, I understand why you wouldn't want to talk against Jay-Z, but I'll just say I wouldn't take my credibility out for somebody that I'm cool with, because I just had a situation where it was a young dude I knew and it was some things going on and he was lying. We didn't even know the man was lying. We didn't know he was lying. And we was trying to be like basically a support system for this young man, because we was trying to get him through whatever he was going through. Come to find out the whole time, you lying to us. So that's why it's like I can't put myself in the position where I'm just gonna just put myself out there to say, oh, okay, I'm going 100% with you. And it could be a situation where the shit that you got going on ain't what it really is.
whenever somebody open up their mouth, the first thing they got to say about me is, yo, he's in cahoots with Rock Nation. This man is a puppet for Rock Nation. He does this for Rock Nation. Maybe if everybody have the same critique of you, you got to take a step back and look in the mirror and realize, okay, maybe it's not me, okay? Sorry, maybe it's not y'all, maybe it's me, okay? Maybe I'm doing things to make y'all think I'm compromised for Rock Nation. Now, in the case of Dame Dash and Charlamagne the God, when Dame Dash was up there at the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God was asking certain questions that Dame Dash believed was trying to get Dame to kind of like incriminate himself or to say certain things that would get him jammed up in court. Like, for example, Dame Dash was on the Breakfast Club after, I guess, bankruptcy or after like lawsuits where he's claiming he's broke. But Charlamagne the God was asking about like specific details about his finances, knowing if he says, nah, bro, I'm still rich, what are you talking about? Well, he can be dragged through court again. So Dame felt like that was kind of odd, and then afterwards, Dame found out that Charlamagne the God, was working with like Rock Nation on a casino, and he felt like that should be a crime. He felt like that should be illegal. He felt like
No, it's not illegal because I mean, all you had to do was look at the paperwork. That wasn't illegal. That part with Charlamagne putting a bid in with something with Jay-Z or whatever, that's not illegal, bro. Everything came out in paperwork. So it was like, we know that he did it, but it's like, y'all just caught on to it at a later date. That's what I'll say. Especially for Charlamagne defense. They caught on after the fact. They didn't know that he was in on this shit.
I mean, the guy, right? Like, not disclosing, that he's working for Rock Nation, and then he comes and sit down and do an interview, knowing that Damon Rock Nation, I think, is currently in like legal, like back and forth.
Again, I just feel like they try to trigger me to try to say something so it could be a gray area to get me more investigated. But obviously, I believe that Charlamagne's smart enough to know the questions to ask me to try to get me investigated. To me, him not disclosing that he had any business with Rock Nation and not being biased, I think that would be illegal. And I would hope that right now that the feds are looking at this, because, I shouldn't have to sue him, but I don't think it's fair. So please, if justice, just like when Donald Trump sues people for fake news and being biased, the president, regardless of how you feel about him, he's the president. My problem is he continues to try to compromise my business acumen in front of everybody, and he's not biased. It's not fair. So I have a problem with anybody that does that, but I don't even acknowledge him as a player in the game. He's a pawn, a puppet, a gay one. Allegedly.
All these people conspiring to mess with you. Is Rock Nation behind all of that?
You tell me. What is the logic? Follow the money.
I think
Logically.
so.
Oh, okay. So
I think so.
You said.
I think so.
I think so too. I think the high voice.
The only thing, the thing that I found shocking, that is I think they came up with some evidence that Charlamagne has some dealings with Rock Nation. Mm-hmm. And
why is that shocking when I told you a year ago?
I think nobody knew that. How'd you know?
It's obvious. Either he's gay for Jay or he's getting paid, allegedly. That's what I said live on TV. I asked him to work with.
Not gay for Jay.
To me, it was obvious.
It's obvious.
To you, it was obvious?
Yeah, he never criticizes Jay.
Yo, bro, let me ask you a question. What party does Charlamagne go? Charlamagne's not like a big deal anyway, other than that the Rock Nation boy.
De donde vengo hay muchas playas para.
He was at the subway.
Here's the interesting thing. These two been going back and forth online for a while now. They've been going back and forth online for a while now. But apparently, they were both at Farrakhan's birthday party recently. They seen each other and they nothing. Which obviously you're at Farrakhan, you gotta kind of like act right. But I guess outside the event, y'all could probably get busy. But they would claim that he saw Charlamagne the God and Charlamagne the God saw him, but Charlamagne the God was scared and he could see it from Charlamagne the God's eyes that he was terrified.
And you said Charlamagne was there. Did you guys get a chance to speak?
Well, he was like trying to talk to Farrakhan, and I was paused behind him, and then when
that niggas like pause behind him. Them niggas always saying that pause shit. Like, the pause shit get me, bro. Like all that pause, this and this, pause. It ain't even.
So I just want to get out the way.
Oh, okay.
I said get out the way.
You didn't bump him?
No, I didn't bump him.
Okay. Okay, no, because you said you bumped him first.
Yeah, I gave him a little.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you mean when you say bump him.
I don't know. Man touching.
He bumped him. He said, I gave him a little bump from the back. Pause.
That's why I said I didn't do what you were thinking.
Okay, if I had to make my determination on who would have won that particular fight or back and forth, Dame would have watched Charlamagne the God, bro. Bro, Dame is ain't Dame like an ex, like Golden Glove? Like, ain't Dame like an actual boxer who been boxing for like 30 years? Dame would have watched Charlamagne the God. It wouldn't have even been close, like, at all. But Dame Dash ain't the only one who had things to say about Charlamagne the God. All right, Ray Daniels, the guy that Charlamagne the God essentially gave Donkey of the Day for criticizing or giving information on Jay-Z and Roc Nation. So Ray Daniels went on his platform and claimed that somebody told him that Jay-Z hasn't dropped his album yet, even though it's completed, because Jay-Z is looking for a partner, so he don't have to sell 60,000 copies first week and flop. So Charlamagne the God heard that statement from Ray Daniels, came on his platform and gave him Donkey of the Day. Now Ray Daniels,
It's actually a good update because I want to know what the hell happened. This is good information to shoot us into another part of this conversation.
his revenge back on
Salute the poet and Flocko. Y'all go check the
Charlamagne the God today for giving him Donkey of the Day.
Yesterday, Ray Daniels got it really wrong. See, he was on his podcast, Ray Daniels Presents, I believe it's called, and he said definitively, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, that Jay-Z had a new album coming out. Let's listen.
Your reputation at all costs. We have to learn from Hove. Hove is not going to put himself out there to be laughed at. It's just, I'm not doing 60,000, y'all. By the way, tell you something that I know I heard about on the Jay-Z tip. Just a little quick update. His album is done.
Okay.
It's completely done.
And but he said, like, he just said Jay-Z did 60. I mean, Jay-Z's not gonna do 60,000 and get laughed at. But what I look at it as this is Jay-Z, the part that comes off from his part of the conversation, Jay-Z wanted to partner with somebody. He already partnered with Target. So just to say he sells his shit at Target, he might get that million the first day, the first 2 days. It might be like some shit that just go viral like crazy. Oh, Jay-Z at Target, boom. Everybody go buy the album. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be some shit like I mean, honestly, like, and for a person not to look bad, and you know what I'm saying, like, because like I said, like, well, what I was saying previously on previous videos, I was saying it don't matter how many streams you get, how many albums you sold, it's how the album connects to me as a person. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say Jay-Z hypothetically sold 60,000 the first week. Boom. Okay, so 60,000. But if I fuck with that shit, you know what I'm saying? If I fuck with the album, I don't give a damn how much the money. He could have sold one copy. If I fuck with the album, I fuck with it. You dig?
It's just, we might get it if somebody partners with him. If nobody partners with him, it's not coming. Hey, he is not playing about it. You cannot play about your brand.
You said this like a month ago.
Yeah, you can't. Somebody called and confirmed it from me, so I was like, okay, I just want to reveal it on the team.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Let's go.
Well, you need to block that somebody, Ray, okay? Because Roc Nation, who I work for, allegedly, replied to that commentary by posting in their story, album done, in air quotes, fake news, okay? There's a part of me that wishes Roc Nation didn't even do that. Because in a lot of ways, things like that are validation for the Ray Daniels of the world. And that's really why I'm doing this donkey.
Back and forth, just a rumble, like you already getting it out there. Oh, the album might be coming out. Shit, boom. Like that, hey, now that's a good media strategy as far as what's going on with this situation. But I don't know.
A voice that has actual value. People only care about going viral by any means. Okay, I know Ray is loving this attention. Okay, this is what these guys do this for. They don't care about being right. They don't care about having credibility. They just care about attention. They just care about being acknowledged. But I'm here to tell you that's not sustainable. Okay, you know, Ray told me one.
What's gonna really be the worst part about this is, what if Jay-Z dropped this Friday, bro? Charlamagne gonna look bad. Like that would be, hey, bro. What time this is? This 20 minutes in. Okay, we 20 minutes in. So boom. I'm talking about boom. What if? Let's just say I'm talking about hypothetically. Jay-Z fucking around and drop this Friday. If Jay-Z dropped this Friday, we'll say it like that. We'll put it like this. Boom. We'll put it like this. If Jay-Z dropped this Friday, Charlamagne the God is gonna have to get himself Donkey of the Day. I'm just saying.
Himself. I only met
Got
him
to,
once in
bro.
my life. I think I talked to him twice. Once on the phone, and I met him because he was at the Black Effect Podcast Festival earlier this year in Atlanta. And he said to me that he only started podcasting, and he only says the things that he says because he wants another job in the music industry. I don't even know what that means, okay? Because I thought he was in the music industry already, but
See, this shit, like, a lot of this shit be, like, weird, like, for the interpretation of what these people be saying, like, because these people be saying shit, you
he
like,
said to me saying the things he says gets him attention from these music industry folks I guess he's trying to work with. Well, Ray, when you get things so wrong consistently, all you do is show people exactly why you don't have a job in the music industry. Okay, you call yourself a cultural referee. Well, when a sports referee consistently makes incorrect calls, major professional leagues and amateur organizations use internal gradings to hold them accountable, and poor grades directly lower an official's ranking within their league. Oh, your ranking's pretty low right now, Ray. Okay, look, I don't know what your grade is amongst people who don't know any better. Okay, the regular everyday person who gets on YouTube and listens to you might swear by you because they don't know any better. But to someone like me, you get an F at your worst, a C plus at your best.
Ray Daniels used to work for Rock Nation. Ray Daniels, it's not absurd to me that Ray Daniels got sources at Rock Nation. If he said, yo, I heard Jay-Z.
now, you got, like, that's the word. I heard, when you hear stuff like that, I heard. He didn't say it's done. He just said, I heard it's done. That's almost like saying allegedly. Like, y'all gotta look at that type of shit right there too. It's in media. I keep trying to. I know a lot of people. They're like, bro, we just watching on YouTube, but I'm just trying to basically let y'all know how it works in media. Like, you can't just come out and say some shit and say, oh, that's facts, because them folks will fuck around and get you up out of here, or you might get sued or some type of shit. Like,
He ain't dropped the album even though it's done because he want to partner up with somebody so he don't flop. I don't think him saying he heard that is like such an absurd reach that it would like require Donkey of the Day. But nonetheless, though, I think him and Charlamagne got something personal, right? Because he has spoken on Charlamagne the God, and he has accused Charlamagne the God of being compromised by Rock Nation in the past. So Charlamagne the God is getting his revenge. So Ray Daniels, in his response, he revealed some information that I don't think Charlamagne the God would want out.
I just want to reveal it.
Did that not sound like I just said I got it from a source and I heard?
No,
Yeah.
So why the f am I the donkey?
No, you definitely said
You know I'm the donkey because you work for them. And you are the Jay-Z police.
This, I think, has something to do with Jay-Z, but for the most part, I think this is personal. I think
Jay-Z
Charlamagne the God and Ray Daniels had a conversation or two, but then Charlamagne the God looked on the internet and see Ray Daniels essentially choosing academics over him and revealing certain things with academics, and Charlamagne the God was going back and forth. And because of the critiques that Ray Daniels have had about Charlamagne the God, and it's going viral, Charlamagne the God is treating it personal and going to Ray Daniels. So I do believe that Charlamagne the God and his Ray Daniels thing is personal. I don't think, right, that Charlamagne the God is attacking Ray Daniels solely because of Jay-Z. That part I don't believe, and I think Ray Daniels know better as well. But you know, like obviously he's not gonna say that. He's gonna push the Rock Nation thing. But Ray Daniels know, bro. Charlamagne the God is attacking you because you attacked him first.
you see how
The
goddamn.
world doesn't need more thought leaders. It needs more the kind you'll find in big.
Poetic goddamn slipped this way up out that.
Like that's all, okay? Like,
And by the way, I've always said this. See, one thing about me, I'm a real person. I'm gonna treat the internet like a real space. Charlamagne is one of my goats. Like, I idolize him and what he's doing in media. Like, he's incredible to me. So watching him, someone I admire, like Caltel, because someone is telling him to, why would you give someone Donkey of the Day without looking into it?
Because it's viral.
It's because it's personal.
Let's
be clear. When the Breakfast Club brought my...
I'm saying, he said, but you gotta think about, he's saying Jay-Z about to drop the album done. He just like he's saying Jay-Z dropped the album done. Also, he trying to partner with somebody. But he slick said it allegedly, but people didn't take it like that.
Name of the T.I.
They took it like
it was weird to me because the week before, Charlamagne and I spoke that one time. And he could have asked me, yo, what you meant by that? And let's be clear, when they put it on the Breakfast Club and they told T.I., my people since that have been reaching out. Hey, Ray wants to come clear things up, talk about it. No response. Why do you think I don't get no response? It's not because the Breakfast Club don't want me. It's because the people he worked for or worked with are like, hey, he can't come up there right now. I am in the business.
When I hear allegations, I look at recurring themes, okay? Dame Dash just said, hey, I reached out right to come back. My last interview, we did 1 million+ views. I come back because I'm a no-brainer guest.
Nah, he making sense. He making sense, though. Like, he putting that shit back together. Like, hey, every time somebody try to come back and clean their name up, I can't come back.
Again, we go viral every time I'm on the Breakfast Club. Man, I heard that Charlamagne the God ain't want to have me on, man. When Rory and Maul wanted to go on the Breakfast Club, I think Charlamagne the God ain't want to have him on. Ray Dales, now maybe Charlamagne the God ain't think that Ray Dales is that cracking. Now I'll be real, I done seen a couple of recent Breakfast Club interviews. I done seen a couple recent ones, bro. Ray Daniels, because I'll be real, all right? If we're just going by the OG standards of the Breakfast Club, then right now, Ray Daniels, I love you, my brother, don't take it personal. By the OG standards, Ray Daniels right now ain't qualified to be on. Not right now. This new standard, man, I'm seeing, bruh, Instagram models. I'm seeing, Instagram personalities with like 200,000, like 1,000 followers, and nothing else. They on the Breakfast Club. So Ray Daniels is overly qualified for this new standard. The OG standard, no, right? But you can't like interchange. Well, you can't because it's like your show. Okay. Now Ray Daniels. Now this is where he gets like Charlamagne back because he goes on to reveal a personal conversation that him and Charlamagne the God had because Charlamagne the God revealed a personal conversation.
Hey, the Get Back game, bro.
That they had, right? Now,
Get Back
conversation, apparently, Ray Daniels will say that he went viral for calling Jay-Z Trump or saying that Jay-Z is familiar with Trump. And that Charlamagne the God apparently gave him a call to chastise Ray Daniels on behalf of Jay-Z. Now, I've heard of Charlamagne the God doing this countless of times, numerous of times, a lot of times. That call where you mentioned Jay-Z is not unusual.
And let me tell you one more thing. So here's the funny thing. So, like I said, I've only talked to Charlamagne one time. He called me, and I'm like, so when people call me that I don't know, I'm always like, what did I say? Why Charlamagne called me? So he's like, yo, he's talking about the Jay-Z going viral and all this other stuff that he tells me, don't tell nobody I called you, whatever. That's why I'm saying that now, because it's like, you don't air me out like I'm not who I am.
Oh, he said, don't.
He called me, so Charlamagne called me to check me about Jay-Z. And was like, you should be talking negative, you don't know the positive doing. I'm like, I see the positive doing, but that don't mean he's not like Trump, right? He's gonna be playing the game. He's like, yeah, but that's not cool, Ray. And I was like, you know, man, I appreciate you calling me, man. Like a black man picking up the phone for another black man, that was really noble to me. But let me tell you what y'all don't know. I'm one of God's favorites. And when you're one of God's favorites, he reveals things to you. Charlamagne calls me, and then 3 or 4 days later,
Wayno airs out that Charlamagne works for Rock Nation. Now, when he called me, though, boy, I asked him specifically. I'm like, yo, bro, this is really dope. Do you work with Jay, or you calling because that's your man? He was like, I don't work with Jay. I got no business with him. I just know it's the right thing to do.
That's crazy.
See? And then 3 days later, it gets announced. So it's like, God wanted me to hear that. God wanted me to ask you, I wanted me to see that. Because what you don't understand is that you the one that's wearing the jersey. Yep. And it ain't iHeart.
When you're growing across marketplaces, disconnected tools and endless manual work make scaling feel...
At this point, Charlamagne, just wear it, bro. Just own it, gang. Just own it, gang. Hey, Rock Nation, the home team. It's The Rock. Just own it, brother. Just own it, okay? Just own it, right? Because once you own it, what can they use against you now? Yep, I'm Team Rock. Yep, I'm a Rock boy, man. All right, hey, man. Jay got LeBron Billy, Yaya Billy, Rhea Billy. I want the Billy too, man. All right. I want to be one of the Rock boys with a Billy next, man. Man, hey, bro. Nobody can use it against you. But when you like fight against the narrative that you are, like a Rock boy, it's like, bro, it makes no sense why you will fight against it, right? Because even when like the Ray Daniels like clip like went viral, you kind of just see like the reaction that people is having to it. Like folks, like nobody is treating this as if it's something that's like super shocking. I haven't seen that one comment where somebody is like, no, what? This person wrote, Charlamagne the God is straight trash, right? Somebody wrote, Charlamagne is in way too deep. So somebody wrote, Charlamagne is definitely operating like the Jay-Z police because he's working with him. That's obvious.
God, Charlamagne is straight trash. Damn, Charlamagne.
Jay-Z's lapdog, LOL. Why you calling this man talking about don't speak bad about my daddy Jay-Z? He doing a lot of good. Don't speak down on him, pretty please. Yo, nobody. Ray got his intro, bro. Nobody is hearing this and saying, Charlamagne really Rock Nation. Again, not no. Charlamagne must be getting a bag to defend, that ninja so much, bro. Nobody is hearing that and they're shocked, and that's a testament to how like that narrative has been permeated right into our minds now that Charlamagne the God is just Rock Nation. And it's before that as well. Like it's when Jay-Z is in controversy, you never see them cover it on the Breakfast Club. You've never seen it. Like Adam, I remember when like Nicki Minaj did like this like insane Twitter rant, and it was kind of like impossible to ignore it because she was told by Jay-Z. They covered a Nicki Minaj Twitter rant, and they picked and choose what to cover, right? Like they ignored all the other stuff that like Nicki Minaj said, and they pinpointed like a specific like exaggeration, like when they can say, "Yo, he owes me $100 million," right? So they ignore how she talked about, like none of the artists that was signed the title, none of them got paid. Like this dude's son is out here like wanting a DNA test, and he's paying millions of dollars not to do a DNA test.
Millions of dollars not to do
it. Put a lot of stuff out there. They chose the one thing to respond back to, which is the one thing they could probably dismiss. And that was when I knew, bro, something is up here, man. All right. Now, Ray Daniels was not the last person to get on Charlamagne today, because DJ Academics, he reacted to Charlamagne the God giving Ray Daniels Donkey of the Day, and Academics had a problem with it, and he called out Charlamagne the God for being compromised as well.
Whatever the media places and your credibility as a media name is the truth, that's when you lose credibility. Okay, you lose credibility as a media personality by breaking the trust your audience places. And
has Charlamagne addressed? Hey, with all due respect, and I know me and Charlamagne, we did have a decent sit down, but I'm gonna be honest with you, we got to start all hell. Charlamagne, you cannot escape the stunt you pulled on camera. I'm sorry, I can't. As much as I love you, you need to answer why you came to the interview prepared with an AI website that doesn't exist. I'm sorry. Grand, any of y'all media, eat that until he responds. Because if I came to an interview with supposedly some sort of smoking gun, and I basically put out an AI website that ceases to exist, and that was my thing to act like I had a slam dunk on somebody, and 2 weeks later that disappeared from planet Earth, you know what y'all would say to me? You are a fraud. You're a fake. You're a pawn. And honestly, until Charlamagne answers that, I have to look at him sideways. So Charlamagne doesn't have to answer to the fact that he came prepared with an AI website that doesn't exist. How did he find that website? There's 50 million questions. How did you find that website? The website was registered 2 days before Drake actually dropped his album. It had 90 articles in a day from one author. How come you don't have to explain how the website disappeared when you vouched for it and said it was a credible website? You vouched for it. How are we still listening to liars? How could you talk about Ray Daniels? I'm not even stick.
So, it looked like academics just calling them straight bullshit. Bullshit. Damn. Yeah, you fucked him up with that one, dog, bro.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But Charlamagne the God, you cannot speak about credibility until you address the fact that you came at me with an AI website that you just swept under the rug. Where did you get it from? Bro.
If you don't know what's going on, let me break it down. Charlamagne God and academics did this sit down, right? This sit down was the debate, all the back and forth and all the accusations they've been throwing at each other, right? Academics accused Charlamagne God of being a snake and a Rock Nation puppet. Charlamagne God accused DJ Academics, Drake, and Grand Wizard of dealing with crypto and stake and doing something illegal. Now, his reference for why he believes or why he's saying that academics and Grand Wizard and Drake are under investigation was this AI website called Inverse. Now, the website popped up, I think, like a few days before their sit down. So Charlamagne God used this website throughout their interview as a reference and a fallback for why he made those false allegations against DJ Academics. So when he gave, like, yo, look, nah, bro, listen, man, it's not me. Yo, they're accusing you of this, bro. He was able to get away with it, and people thought Charlamagne God sounded like somewhat credible because he could pinpoint a source of where he was accusing academics of being under investigation. People felt like, okay, he provided a source. Maybe he didn't just make it up. Well, the AI website popped up a few days before their interview and their back and forth. And the website disappeared a few days after their interview. So, like, academics is sitting back like, bruh, I got finesse, I got skill, I got hoodwinked. This man took a W over me publicly because he played dirty, right? He used a fake source to like finesse and like manipulate the public into thinking like he won this debate. And academics like spoke about this like when the website disappeared a few days afterwards. So this is academics speaking on it like last month. It still don't sit right with academics. Like, he still feel played by Charlamagne God.
Yeah, from what site? Just say the site one more time.
InverseWire.com, which is a very reputable site. You're trying to convince the worldwide.
Yo, this is realnews.com. Like, you hear Charlamagne. You see this what I'm saying? Yo, Charlamagne plays them dirty tactics. Oh, by the way, he had a printout too. He had a printout on the side of him. I gotta read this from Inverse Wire. I said, nah, just read it from Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal don't mention me, don't mention George, don't mention nothing about what we're talking about. And the Wall Street Journal mentions Polymarket and don't mention nothing about streams and mentions Drake. It only says Drake shouted them out. That's it. Hear what Charlotte says to me, right? Listen again.
I really think it started with the Kendrick and Drake thing.
Listen
privately.
Listen to this.
Up on things. Because what I would think you would do with that information is get in front of whatever this is.
Listen, couple of entities.
All
They
this-
mentioned
all this-
Rock Nation. Here we go. Remember,
all of it came a week or two after I called you. All of these Wall Street Journal articles,
but none of them are mentioning the people who you're talking about.
Can I read this particular article about George? Can I read this?
Where you gonna read from?
Can I read this?
Yeah, from what site? Just say the site one more time.
Inversewire.com. This is a very reputable site. You're trying to convince the worldwide.
Yo, this is realnews.com.
You're trying to convince the worldwide.
Yeah, okay, chat. I'm gonna show y'all something right here, and this you gonna realize this whole meeting state. Remember I told you go to this website inversewire.com. I said it's kind of odd that this article is up here from like 4 weeks ago. It's still at the top. Any news website would have recycled their top story.
If you guys don't know why this matter, I'll break it down, okay? Now, Rock Nation got an op, all right, called Larry Jackson. Now, Larry Jackson is like the owner of Gamma. There was an AI website that popped up disparaging him and defaming him. Now, and they told lies on him. Now, he was a competitor, right, with Rock Nation Distribution, right? They had competing companies. This AI article popped up accusing Larry Jackson of being a fraud, a scammer who never done nothing good. So that was attacking his distribution company when he was competing with Rock Nation. When he goes and files a lawsuit to find out who's behind the website gets taken down. Because the people who did it wanted to be anonymous. So that was odd, okay? Now, Charlamagne the God contacted academics about this AI site, this AI article. And the reason why he contacted academics about this AI article was to tell academics, hey, yo, George, Grand Wizard, yo, bro, like the dude who be running like that academics TV page who be going off on Jay-Z, hey, bro, get away from him, bro, because, yo, they investigating him. And the proof he was using to tell academics that they were investigating George was the AI website, the AI article. So now that we know that Rock Nation and his associates are allegedly putting up fake AI websites, right, to tarnish to tarnish people and do damage control, they're saying that Charlamagne got contacted academics with this AI website to essentially scare academics from dealing with his homies because his homies is going at Jay-Z, and they feel like if they get academics away from his homies, they can then groom academics to be pro Jay-Z. It didn't work. So Charlamagne got then brought the article, and that website had new articles written up. Now, it wasn't just about Grand Wizard, it was about academics too. So when they couldn't scare academics into not rocking with his crew, they then included academics into the defamation claims. And academics still feel played, which is why like he's still talking about it to the day.
How come this website that was not known to the masses you knew about? How come when we exposed all the DNS domain name registration happened 2 days before Drake's album dropped, and it eventually just disappeared from public view? How come you've never said, oh, I thought it was credible? How did you think it was credible? I asked you about the author, Dalton Jackson. How come you said Dalton? Listen, chat, listen to what when I say the author's name. Listen to when I say the author's name. Listen to what he said as if he knew more info than me. The guy is not a real person, it was an AI. How could Charlamagne sit up on a Breakfast Club or any type of, we can't let Charlamagne do this. Charlamagne, you go take your star, take the 200 mil, but we gotta say at this point, your credibility is this. We could have a difference of opinion. You could quote unquote beat me in a debate or whatever the case is, but you came with lies. You came with lies that wasn't that you got hoodwinked. You're too smart for that. You came with concerted lies that you basically tried to hoodwink the public. That alone is a stain on your career that I'm gonna be honest with you. To this day, I look at it, I'm like, I'm looking for who's 40.
Today was not a good day for Charlamagne, bro. Everybody came together to expose and tarnish Charlamagne the God's reputation, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Are you guys buying?
Hey, it is what it is. Probably do one more video. Let me see. I'm trying to do another hour. know. We might do Nitra's. Got Nitra's on her. Probably do one of his videos and then probably call her on out.
Some things you can't tell anyone. Tell Hoonie Wisp instead. Set a timer. Your post deletes itself. Strangers reply. No real names.
In our last video about Chris Brown, this man took a random person from the audience, brought her on
Check out Nitra's
stage, and sacrificed her for the entire crowd to see. I really didn't think it could get much worse than that until I came across this video right here, bro. Now, as we all know, 95% of the times, these celebrities are doing things that is rooted in spiritual darkness. What's more messed up is when we watch them include their own supporters in their demonic practices. Now, we have this video from Taylor Alicia. Once again, shout out to you for another amazing video that I really don't want to say too much before you guys watch at least the first 3 minutes, because it's really interesting to see how Chris Brown became who he is today. And before we get into this, I want to say thank you for everybody who was sending positive messages and prayers after a vulnerable moment that I shared on my channel in yesterday's post. So genuinely appreciate you guys for those loving words. But let's get into this video, y'all.
When I think of Chris Brown, I think of his famous song "With You" and what felt like innocent R&B love songs that I honestly still love to this day. But Chris Brown is no longer singing about Jordans on Saturday. He was used to bait in millions with his beautiful and anointed voice with what seemed like harmless love songs. But then, like so many other artists, he switched. He appeared as light, but then we found out it was a disguise, and he revealed that he actually walks in darkness. You may have heard a similar story in the Bible with Lucifer. As it is written, that Satan himself disguises himself as an angel of light. And that also goes for those that walk with Satan as well. And if you're wondering if I'm making the claim Chris Brown walks with the devil, yes, I am in fact making that claim. Whether he knows it or not, I believe wholeheartedly. And I'm believing by the end of today's video, you will come to that conclusion as well. Let's dive in. Chris Brown has been making music since 2005, 20 years later, and he is now in the spotlight again. He's currently in the headlines for his concert performance that went viral on TikTok after he invited a fan on stage with him and performed a dance with her in a way that led to her coming home to divorce papers. And when I watched this video clip 10 seconds in, I was at a loss for words, but the thing is that it just kept progressively getting worse and worse, and I kept thinking, how could it get worse than this? And then it just continued in that direction. And I think what took me back the most is how often this is going on, because this wasn't just one concert. He seems to be going on tour, having sexual intercourse with fans with clothes on. And I immediately asked myself, what kind of music would warrant this? This definitely is not about Jordans on a Saturday. Well, if you take a look at the lyrics of his songs today, which I will not.
And one thing I want to make mention before we go any further, I told you guys this in our last video. I have nothing against the freaky deaky shit. Anybody who's been in this bed knows how it goes down, all right? Nothing against the freaky deaky shit, but one thing that I will say is that this is somebody who is almost stealing energy from sexual behavior. Almost like an incubus or a succubus. Literally drains their victims from energy. Understand, an incubus and a succubus are demons. I want you to understand that very clearly. It literally drains your energy, your sexual energy. That's how it feeds off of you. This man is literally bringing these women on stage and feeding off of their sexual energy in front of an entire crowd. Once again, everything is a lot deeper than what you think, bro.
This idol that has completely given himself over to the spirit of lust. When you follow him, when you listen to his music and give him worship, you are opening yourself up to being ensnared by the same spirit of lust that has him chained. But here's what I want to show you, that this wasn't random. This didn't just happen out of nowhere. This is the fruit of a spiritual journey that has been unfolding for years. And after After that, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you why Chris Brown openly says that he is not from Earth and how that connects to one of the fastest growing spiritual movements in the world today. But we'll move in that direction by starting off with noticing how Chris Brown is part of one of the biggest patterns that we see in the music industry. Katy Perry, Usher, Avril Lavigne, Beyonce, John Legend, Mariah Carey, Pink, Sierra, Neo, Snoop Dogg, and even Chris Brown. Do you want to know something that all
I'm about to get up out of there, man.
they
I'm
all
glad
grew
y'all.
up
Appreciate